Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of the 5th quarter. Week 1 is over. We are now looking on to week 2. So in today's episode, me, John, and the Guru will be talking about some players that popped off, some players that did not, some teams that popped off, of course, and we're just talking about football, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. It is back. We are in the stretch of things. And then, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be right back in a moment.
He's elusive, he's feisty, and most importantly, whenever he gets a chance, he gets that nut. Just like he gets a first down, just like he gets the touchdown, just like he'll give you a catch when you need it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into week 1. So week 1, of course, a lot of things happen. I'm going to let you guys take the floor with this as I pull up the scores here to do a little bit of a rundown.
There's one main thing. Everyone knows it.
Yes.
We've been thinking it.
Green Bay in the room, and it's so obvious.
Green Bay Packers. My pick to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
my
and your
MVP
pick, yep.
quarterback. What's going on, Matt?
What happened?
You going against Jameis. The eyes are back.
LASIK
The eyes
Jameis
are
is
back.
here, ladies and gentlemen.
He was hitting the bullseye, hitting the target for sure. A lot different than what we saw last year. Hopefully he can keep it going. But you're hearing about conspiracy theories, and is it true? I mean, is he? It's like he's sabotaging the team. I never seen Aaron Rodgers play that bad, Green Bay play that bad in my life. I don't get it. It's just where'd it come from?
There's one thing. Last year, who won the Super Bowl?
I was just about to
Tampa
say
Bay.
that. And what happened against the Saints?
Who played the Saints the first game of the week? Lost. Played them again. Got destroyed.
Same
Tampa Bay.
score, 38-3.
It's the Saints effect, I think. I think it's going to happen again. I think Green Bay, Matt LaFleur, you schmuck for taking out Aaron Rodgers and putting in Jordan Love. You disrespected him by doing that, and you took away fantasy points from people like me, junk points that I needed.
I think you should have called Brett Favre out of the stands and say, "Hey, take this game over, pal. We need to win."
I don't think. Listen here. It's interesting to see how the Packers were week 1 because not only was Aaron Rodgers terrible, everyone was.
A lot of upsets.
Yeah, like I said here, let me
A lot
run
of
down.
upsets.
Before we fully dive into the Packers' misfortune against the Saints, let me dive into what all the scores were. Starting with the Thursday night game, Buccaneers beat the Cowboys 31-29. Moving on to the Sunday slate of games, the Eagles beat the Falcons 32-6. Steelers beat the Bills 23-16. Bengals beat the Vikings in OT 27-24.
Love that one. Love that
49ers beat the comeback Lions 41-33. The Cardinals absolutely dropped it on the Titans 38-13. Seahawks beat the Colts as expected 28-16. The Chargers beat the football team 20-16.
I like that one.
Sam Darnold got his revenge, beating the Jets 19-14. The Texans, Urban Meyer, that chest is getting a little bit tight, I feel like. 37-21 L you took. The Chiefs beat the Browns in a phenomenal game, 33-29. Dolphins beat his Patriots 17-16. Mac Jones threw it behind him. Let's not forget that, ladies and gentlemen.
Damian Harris fumble, but it's okay.
Obviously, like we said, Saints beat the Packers 38-3. The Broncos took care of the Giants 27-13. And then obviously my Rams, Matthew Stafford dropped absolute everything on the Bears 34-14. And then obviously Monday night game, Raiders 33-27 beating the Ravens.
That game.
That was a good game.
That was a good. The ending.
Well, it was a little crazy.
It was, but
it was good. It was good.
You had
As
a lot of
football
winning
fan,
OT. You had the field goal and then the touchdown after the turnover. It was a good game.
I feel like that game. Before we dive into the Packers, I just want to say, the Ravens, yes, they are riddled with injuries. Their running back core is out the room. Their O-line's taking some hits. Defense taking some hits. Everyone's taking a hit there. I don't know what's going on.
They're beat up.
I think that game, and granted, it is week 1, ladies and gentlemen, so we have a lot of game time left ahead of us for these teams. But I think after week 1, you look at the Ravens and you think they're the 3rd best team in the AFC North.
Yeah. Right now?
I'll give them that because it's only week 1.
Well, they're beat up.
Yeah.
I thought Pittsburgh was kind of a fluke, but they showed us this week that
they came back.
Their defense.
TJ Watt is looking to get that.
He
defensive
deserves
player of
that
the year.
money. He deserved that money that he got.
That defense is good. Big Ben is back, healthy. Yeah, he's getting old, but you know what? He's still Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, he's better than Mason Crosby and anyone else they tried besides Ben. So that makes a big difference in that team right there. They got their leader back. They feel a lot more comfortable.
I mean, yeah, but the Steelers. It's interesting because the way the Steelers were last year, obviously they started 11-0.
Yeah.
And then they just shit the bed, and then obviously their playoff game against the Browns in the wild card was just an absolute nightmare for them from the first snap. The Steelers to me are a team to where I will know who they are by week 13. I feel like from here on to there, with how they ended last year, how they are heading into this season, I don't know what to label them as.
No, we don't know what to expect. With especially the whole key is Ben coming back with the injury. They don't have the Antonio Brown years are over. Juju, is he going to get his shit together this year? They don't know what they got there.
Is he going to start dancing again?
But that defense has always, even through those years, that defense has been pretty damn stout, pretty damn consistent, so they can hang, and that's why that team is always a playoff contender.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree. Their defense is always. That's a team. They're like the Bears. No matter what's going to happen, their defense will always run the show.
I don't know about this year.
This year, it's a different
In my
situation.
opinion, they got one of the best coaches in the NFL, too, and Mike Tomlin.
Oh,
I love that
100%.
guy.
Can't forget it. Remember against the Jets, stuck out his knee.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not the Jets. Ravens.
No, yeah, Ravens.
Take it back.
He did that. Yeah.
Ravens. Jacoby
Yeah.
Jones.
So let's dive into the conspiracy theory that has plagued the NFL world the past couple hours. Give me your guys' yes or no answers right here. Is Aaron Rodgers sabotaging the Green Bay Packers in what looks like to be his final run with them? Guru, we'll go with you.
Everything that happened in the offseason, all that drama and stuff like that, and then for them to come out and get their Sean Payton just laid it on them, just hand them their ass, which that's a good team and a great coach also. It's expected, but to only score 3 points and to look that was your worst performance ever in your career. That was a career worst performance for him. So is he sabotaging the team and he's going to say, you know what? I'm going to fuck you guys over, and then I'm going to ride up to the sunset and retire this year. We got to wait. We can't base it on week one because even in our picks, that week one is tough. Teams don't know what other teams have, so you got to really check it out. It's going to take a few more weeks to see what happens.
No.
So I got something.
John?
So, I don't know. I think what Aaron Rodgers was doing in the offseason, I think he wants this story. He wants that nice end of the chapter, end of the book.
He wants
story.
the drama.
He wants that drama. So when he comes out and hopefully wins that Super Bowl or MVP, that story looks even better.
And then is he going to get the Jeopardy job after that?
I think so. I think so.
You know, it's a funny stat. So their worst loss, 38-3.
Well, give him kudos.
Wait. What was Tom Brady's worst loss ever?
And performance.
When did it happen?
Performance.
It happened last year. Who was against the Saints? What was the score? 38-3. What was the score?
Coincidence?
What was the score of this game?
38-3.
38-3.
But
Coincidence?
see,
I don't know. Crazy.
that's what's crazy because there's good games. You have good games and you have bad games. Aaron Rodgers usually doesn't have games this bad. That's what's so crazy.
Well,
about
yeah.
it. And maybe it is just one game and we'll see them bounce back but I did not expect that.
My stance on it is I don't think he's sabotaging. Obviously, it's a good, and the more I'm about to speak on it, it makes me think that John's onto something with the storyline and the drama because maybe this is what he wanted. Oh, we have a bad start. People are doubting me. Fuck it. Let's just pop off for the next. Because, guys, remind you, as much as Aaron Rodgers hates the Packers right now, you know which team that he hates probably the most next after? The Detroit Lions. And they're going to face each other Monday night this upcoming week too.
In Lambeau.
So don't be shocked if he ends with like a 30 for 37, 300 plus yards, 4 touchdowns.
That'd be great for my fantasy team.
But this team, they are capable of all of a sudden going on a 14-2 run.
Oh, 100%.
And finishing the season 14-3.
Yeah. I mean,
they could do that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Stay tuned.
I mean, and remind you, as much as Aaron Rodgers had a bad game, you obviously have to look at the rest of the team. Of course, their defense giving up 38 points, 5 touchdowns for only 148 yards, which is absolutely disgusting by Jameis Winston. Looking at the rushing, I mean, Aaron Jones, 5 carries for only 9 yards. Can't have that.
Yeah, that's why I lost in fantasy. Robert Tonyan, Aaron Jones, combined 8 points. I lose.
Yeah, I mean, so looking at this, it's like, I love the drama. I love the storyline that we're getting from the jump to start the season. But like the Guru said, don't be shocked if they go on a 14-2 run to finish off the year. Because I could see that.
And to say that I lost to the blooper in week 1. You know who you are, but you know what? It ain't going to happen a second time. You're going down next time we meet.
Okay. So, let's talk about another NFC North team, and this will kind of segue into something that I thought was interesting this past weekend. So, the Chicago Bears. Of course, they went up against the Rams, got shit on, and of course, the main question there was Andy Dalton. Obviously, last week we talked about Andy Dalton was the starter. We all want Justin Fields. Don't be shocked if an episode coming soon we're all wearing Justin Field jerseys. It will happen. Is it weird that them, the Niners, and maybe a couple other teams out there that I just didn't catch, what's with the 2-quarterback scheme? Can it work? Can you make an efficient team with running 2 quarterbacks? Granted,
When one of them's not Taysom Hill?
I personally do not like it. It takes away from that quarterback from so a lot of quarterbacks a little bit nervous maybe beginning snaps. Then it takes away from their confidence. They get taken out. Now their groove gone, and I don't like it at all. I think their first possession, Bears' first possession, the dumbest thing. They drive down, get to the red zone. They put Justin Fields in, throws a nice pass, put Andy Dalton back in. I think it was 2 plays later.
Throws an interception.
Throws an interception in the end zone. What's up with that?
The only thing I can see is if they're trying to confuse the defense. That's the only thing I get out of it. But, the quarterback, that you got your starting quarterback and you got your backups. And the starter starts every week. That's why you call him a starter. Not these 2 starter crap. I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Put Justin Fields in.
Do you think on a team, it's hard though because there is no team that has 2 great quarterbacks because of course if you're holding one in, they're just going to be, get me the hell off this team.
Well, it's usually you got your veteran quarterback and then you got this up and coming one.
Now, let me ask you guys this question before we head into our first ever segment of the show. Do you guys think that you could run a scheme with 2 quarterbacks where the backup, people know who he is, they have a track record on him, but they're not going to care about him. Hypothetically, put that backup in and he pops off. Could that be a weird way to win some games here? Throw the defense off.
It could, but are you still creating competition within that team? You got 2 egos right there. If both quarterbacks are good with it, I guess you can maybe make it work. Because then now the other teams, they got to review tape from 2 different quarterbacks when they're preparing. So, but we'll have to see it. If they keep doing it, we'll see how it plays out. But it's not the norm in the NFL.
I personally, like you guys, I don't like it. I feel like when it comes to the Bears, put in Justin Fields.
You need him.
Although he only had two completions for 2 attempts with 10 yards, we want more. And the rushing touchdown.
2 for 2.
Shout out all the rookies who got touchdowns in their first game. That was phenomenal right there.
Yep. I like that.
We don't like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
That's all we got to say.
I don't love hating on people, but Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
How'd that first L take, huh? That first regular season L.
To Tyrod Taylor. You lost to a man with a leaky lung for crying out loud.
Maybe Johnny's here just jealous of his hair or something. I don't know.
No, that hair. Fuck no. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to dive into our first segment. We waited for week 2 because, of course, week 1, we just had to get our predictions out there. So what this segment is called, John thought of it. Shout out John, of course. Hero or zero. Basically, hot or not. If someone's playing well, you're a hero. If you didn't play well, you're a zero. So unfortunately, and fortunately for the good guys, we're going to bring light to that.
Yes.
We each have one of each that we're going to pinpoint, and then we have our honorable mentions after that. So with that being said, Gambling Guru, I'm going to slide it over to you. We'll start with the heroes. We'll say our heroes, and then we'll go to zeros. Give me your hero of the week.
Well, this is kind of like a combo. I'm going to go a not and a hot. The not, Jeff Okudah. All right, that's a talk in Detroit. Are you the Darko Milicic?
Well, he's injured now. He's injured now.
We know you. Yeah. Now, let's just put some frosting on that cake and ruptured Achilles. You know what kind of injury that is?
It's not a good one.
No, that's a year plus to recover. By the time you recover from that injury, you're going to be in the next year's training camp. You ain't going to be able to be training camp. Now you're in year 3. What do the Lions do with this kid?
He's gone. I think
he's gone.
I think he's gone.
I think when's his contract?
Are you going to wait for him to go into year 3 after skipping training camp, maybe halfway through the season? And is he going to come out to be the next Richard Sherman?
Yeah, he doesn't have that many starts. He does not have that many starts.
Now they have. Deebo Samuel lit your ass up before you blew that Achilles, especially for that 79-yarder. Okay, but now there's talk that if he does go through this injury process, he was number 3 overall, which is, I want to thanks again, Matt, Bob. You know what you did to our 9-7 not good enough team. But there's talk about maybe moving him to safety and trying that, because this kid, you look at this kid play, he cannot locate the ball. And you go back to last year, and you can look up video of him and Devontae Adams. I mean, right off the line, this kid's you're getting beat off the line every time.
Yeah.
Not in your 5 yards, not in 10 yards. You're beat off the line. It was so easy.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're a third overall draft pick. You got to be a starter. You got to be better than that. You got to be good. That was the worst pick they could have done.
Yeah.
So since you start off with your 0,
But here, let me add on to that. The hot is Audrey Pleasant for chewing his ass out on the sideline. I love that video.
I love that.
And you
video.
reminded me of Tom Izzo and Aaron Henry.
Bum.
Now, Tom, wait.
Oh, look at all my Final Fours.
We ain't
No
talking
rings to
about
show
that.
for
We
it.
ain't
Fuck
talking
outta
about
here.
that. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about, you know what we're talking about. When he chewed out Aaron Henry.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was like,
yeah.
the whole world went, oh my God, you can't do that to these kids. They're only college kids. You know what? Sometimes you got to lay in your players like that. And Aubrey Pleasant, you were hot
Yeah,
on
no,
that one.
I want to bring light to that real quick. People out there who are saying, oh, he was too harsh, and even with coaches doing that. I mean, Nick Saban does it every week when they're going up against fucking Appalachian State, for crying out loud.
He's one of the worst.
You cannot say shit
And
if
that's
you
why he
never
wins.
played sports.
And that's why Nick Saban wins.
Yeah, you listen.
You're right.
If you have never felt the wrath of a coach just screaming their lungs out at you, you can't say, oh, he was too harsh, this, that. Shut the hell up, all right? You're weak.
Yep.
And with that being said, I'm going to give out my hero and zeros now. I'm going to start off with he started off with his 0. I'm going to start off with my hero. Antonio Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Listen here. Antonio Brown, let me list off his stats from week 1. 7 targets for 5 receptions with 7 targets, 121 yards, 1 touchdown, and only 1 carry for 6 rushing yards. A couple years ago, Antonio Brown was listed as the best in the league at wide receiver. Some even saying the best player overall. All right. Obviously, within the past season and a half, 2 seasons, whatever you want to put it, a lot of off-field issues, a lot of on-field issues with the teams that he's been on. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He is still Antonio Brown. Tom Brady loves him. Tom Brady wanted him on the Patriots. Obviously, he had to get off because of scandal. But then when he went to Tampa Bay, he said, okay, your suspension's done. Come on. Got his ring, showed off in the playoffs. He's showing off week 1. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a dude with Mike Evans on my fantasy football team. I'm regretting it. Antonio Brown is if he's not wide receiver number 1 on that team, he might as well damn well be number 2 for crying out loud. This is a man that you cannot sleep on. Don't be shocked if by the end of the year he's in like top 3 for receiving yards, maybe touchdowns. Because remember, guys, like I said, it's Antonio Brown. Stop sleeping on the man. Stop bringing up what he did with the penis gummies and all that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the past. Right now, he is an NFL champion who is laying it for Tom Brady, the greatest to ever play. But that's my hero of the week.
But I want to, you know what I want to see though? You bring up penis gummies. They got the Lambeau Leap. I want to see the penis gummy pass out right there. Tampa Bay fans, gonna sprinkle you with gummies just like this after every touchdown.
There you go. So with that being said, I'm gonna go to my 0 of the week. Now I have 3. We'll get into honorable mentions in a moment. Saquon Barkley. Now listen here. 10 carries for 26 yards. That's all. I'm saving some breath on this guy, for crying out loud. But where I'm not going to be saving breath is where I'm about to go at with this. Saquon Barkley is giving me big Le'Veon Bell vibes, all right? And now I'm putting an asterisk next to saying that because I'll touch base on that middle of the season. Saquon Barkley was put on the wrong team. The moment he got drafted to the Giants, I said they were going to run those knees into the fucking grave. What's going on? Back-to-back 2 injuries that basically kept him out all season long, all right? And now this is what's happening. And what sucks about it is when you're on a team like the Giants, who they have to rely on their young talent, they can't rely on you right now, all right? So I think that Saquon Barkley is going to get to a point where, when you look at it in a fantasy sense, he was always the main guy, you know, oh, top 3 pick, this, that, or whatever. He's going to get, that's how Le'Veon Bell was. He's going to get to a point where he's going to be injury-riddled. He's going to phase out a little bit to where when you're going in the 9th round of your fantasy draft, you're like, oh, shit, Saquon Barkley's still here? That dude? Remember? The guy who people were saying was going to be the best running back in 5 years? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, an asterisk on it. I'll touch base on it soon, but watch out. Saquon, you're my 0 of the week. John, on to you.
I will also start out with my hero of the week. My hero, Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Give you a stat line real quick. 10 receptions, 105 yards, and a touchdown. Now I'm gonna be honest. I was watching the first quarter of that game, and I was just like, "Why is Derek Carr only looking at this man? I've never seen a quarterback throw to one person the whole time." Then, end of the game, I was just like, Derek Carr, you're a genius. You're throwing to one of the best tight ends of maybe our generation right now. I'll agree. Last year, disgusting. Can he be the next Gronkowski?
Ooh,
I think so.
Big
I'm
shoes
be
to
honest.
fill, but you know
Big
what?
shoes. He is looking.
He's on his way.
He's on his way.
I've never. He's the only person who gets targets on that team.
Would you say he's the best tight end in the league?
Right now? No. I think he's top 2. I think he's behind Kelsey.
I would agree with
And
that.
I think
yeah.
I think
But
we got to wait
think-
too. Let's see a few weeks.
Yes,
you know.
because he's had those scandals. He's problems, but he's getting better. I like him on the Raiders. I like the Derek Carr, Darren Waller combo. I think that's what's going to lead them to a playoffs this year.
I agree.
I like that combo, and I think that's how. Look at Tom Brady and Gronkowski; they're unstoppable. I think that's how good teams make it there.
I could see it.
Because how do you can't stop a person like Gronkowski or Waller? Nope, a corner too small.
Plus, he's big and his yards after catch is
too
great
slow.
too.
You cannot.
Yeah.
You
Gronk was the
cannot.
same way.
Yeah. Now for my 0, this can be short and easy. I told many people about this guy. Draft him for your fantasy team. Told my dad. Told my friends. Mike Gesicki. Let me give you this. Let me give you the stat line real quick.
That's it.
That's it. Nothing.
Crickets.
Nothing.
Where's the crickets?
I
Where's
have
the
never
donuts?
been so disappointed in a man in my life. This man last year was towards the end of the season was looking so good, and my heart dropped to look at my fantasy team and see 0 points,
He's inconsistent.
and
It's
0.
weird though because I wouldn't even say he's inconsistent because last year he was good.
He was good.
But he had some inconsistencies in last year. If you look at,
I think
the
towards
whole
the end
year,
of the season, towards the end of the season, he was.
towards the end of the
becoming
season, he
more
started getting hot,
consistent,
and that's because I actually
I thought
picked
they
him
would
up.
carry it into this season.
I picked him up on waivers in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, this guy was having the same thoughts. This kid might be good, might be good.
Yeah.
And I was, all of a sudden he gives Johnny an egg. Sorry.
He does not deserve the lip from me right now.
So basically to tally up on who our heroes and zeros weren't, for John, hero, Darren Waller, the next Gronk, potentially. 0, Mike Gesicki, not the next Gronk. For me, Antonio Brown, still one of the greatest to play. My 0, Saquon Barkley, future Le'Veon, asterisk on that. And then for the guru, 0, because he wanted to start off with that, Jeff Okuda, and the hero, Aubrey Pleasant. With that being said, let's go through a little bit of some honorable mentions here. I'm going to shoot out mine real quick. One person I want to give a shout out to, Amari Cooper. 16 targets, 13 receptions, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's what you need, especially with Dak Prescott back. I could even say he's another honorable mention. He had a phenomenal week. CeeDee Lamb, 15 targets, 7 receptions. Not great. You dropped the ball a lot, but 104 and 1 touchdown. Watching you impress me. And for my honorable mentions, for 0, Ezekiel Elliott, 11 carries, 33 yards. What'd you doing there? Your boy's back too. And Najee Harris, who, in my opinion, I think was a little bit too overhyped heading into this season. Only 16 carries and 45 yards to start the season. But remind you guys,
He went against the Bills. He went against the Bills. I think give
the Bills
I
look
think
great.
give. I know
They did not look great.
That's a
They
good
did.
defense though, and I think give Najee Harris. I think I'm on the Najee Harris strain.
I will give Najee Harris.
It's only one
Fine.
game.
Yeah.
It's only
Look
one
at, yeah, it's only week 1. Najee Harris, I'll give you week 5. If you're not there by week 5 where my expectations should be at for you, then I'll let you know. But before we head on, you guys shout your honorable mentions that you guys had.
Go, John.
John.
I got only. So for my hero, my honorable mention, Melvin Gordon. A lot of people
Yeah,
lost
he had a
interest.
phenomenal game.
11 attempts, 101 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
He looked great. He was on my bench. Very sad for me. And my 0, we talked about him earlier, Matt LaFleur. Bum.
Yeah.
Don't want to.
You're-
Never want to see that man's face in public.
Yeah, no.
Guru.
We'll do a little rapid fire. Not Andy Dalton and Matt Nagy. You look at Andy, we were just talking about that earlier, the past chart. You had one pass, let's see, one completion over 10 yards for 12 yards after going 27 to 38 for 206. I don't like it. Matt Nagy, you're not because you didn't play Justin Fields. All right, hot. Derek Carr, I thought he had a great game, 34 for 56, 435, 2 touchdowns, an interception. They won that game. I like that. And, even though they're the only fans that like Derek Carr live in Vegas and they're John Gruden. But keep it up. I like it. Plus, Derek Carr went to John Gruden's quarterback camp.
He did.
Not we mentioned Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur. I don't
Green Bay Packers, you get the weekly nod.
Yeah,
you
got
get
the
weekly
biggest week.
zero.
I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Adios.
Hot Sean Payton, you own them. Dak Prescott, hot, 42 of 58 for 403, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I think Dak Prescott is back. I like it.
He is back. And we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a brief little advertisement. So we'll be back in a moment. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Corbin Simons here speaking. Did you know that every year, 3 out of 4 Americans like to gamble on the sport of football? And did you know that amongst those 3 individuals who like to gamble, one of them will always end up in the hospital due to bookie-related injuries? This is a PSA announcement to remind you guys to pay your bookies this season. It is never fun to have pictures of your children sent to you, pictures of your spouse, and hell, even pictures of yourself with the caption down below, "Where's the money at, buddy?" So how do you fix this? Pay the damn bookie. All they want is their money, and all you want to do is enjoy football and potentially win money. If you don't, boo fucking who. If you do, whoop-de-doo. Gamble amongst your means, gamble responsibly, so your bookie isn't coming for your kneecaps come time November. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Like the advertisement said, pay your fucking bookie. Don't die, damn it. So with that being said, we are going to dive into our next segment, fantasy discount players. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we not only are we going to give you some knowledge on NFL, but we're going to give you knowledge on NFL fantasy. So how this will work is each of us, we have 2 players who we think that in your league coming up, look for them on the waiver wire. If they're not, trade for them. Give away everything. Give away Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara for these guys, all right? So with that being said...
That's far, yeah. So far fetched.
Maybe give away Zeke Elliott and Saquon Barkley. Keep Cook, keep Kamara.
Okay.
But you get his point.
Yes. These guys are the guys you need.
You think they're going to heat up?
So with that being said, I'm going to slide it over to John real quick. Give me your 2 fantasy discount players of the week.
So my one guy, Sammy Watkins. His stats weren't all that, but it's 4 receptions with 96 yards. I like it. You know why I like it? That offense injured. Well, I don't like.
No.
I don't like when people get injured. Whoa, okay. I'm just saying. They really have. So Marquise Brown, their main wide receiver. Defense is gonna. Him and Mark Andrews. The defense is gonna focus on that. They're not gonna focus on that run game. So I like Sammy Watkins now because I think he's gonna be the man now. I think if he steps up, he's the man for that offense.
Yep.
And I was watching it, and not impressive stats, but good stats. Good stats to watch, and I think he will progress and get more targets if Lamar Jackson can throw the ball to him. Don't know why he throws the ball like that, but he does. And my other guy, Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
You went off. 5 receptions, 7 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I thought A.J. Green was going to be the second man.
I thought he was going to be second in command there.
Yeah, I don't know. A.J. Green's getting old, man. And for his injuries, and when he was in Cincinnati.
I feel like A.J. Green has
like
reached
Kirk.
a level, and it's kind of sad because at one point A.J. Green was labeled as a top 5 wide receiver. He's kind of like a lesser Emmanuel Sanders.
But anyways, Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
He's the new second man.
comparison.
A.J. Green got kicked out. They don't want him. Christian Kirk. That's the second guy that you wanted.
I like it.
Those are John's 2 fantasy discount players of the week. I'll flash forward to me real quick. Wide receiver, Cleveland Browns. Not Jarvis, not Odell. If they're on your waiver wire in your leagues, then there's some dumb people there. Anthony Schwartz. Let me tell you, I was watching that Chiefs-Brown games, and I saw this man a lot. 5 targets, only 3 receptions for 69 yards, 1 rushing attempt for 17 yards. We can do a little bit of both. I know what you're saying. That's not great. 11.6 points in all. But, remind you, Cleveland's schedule upcoming. Houston, Chicago, Minnesota. Very weak defenses, all right? And remind you, Baker Mayfield is a quarterback that we have seen that he doesn't need his Odell. He loves Jarvis Landry, but he doesn't need to be passing to the main guys. So don't be shocked if Anthony Schwartz, who I'm pretty sure is a good slot receiver, check him on some crossfades down the fucking field for crying out loud, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be shocked if this guy is putting up 18 next week against the Texans, 20 against the Bears, 15 against the Vikings. I'll give him that. Some people slow down. But this is a guy who you want. If you're in a super flex league, like we all are, good guy to have there.
Good flex spot, especially with the double digits, and he could bail out Baker Mayfield when he needs to.
Yeah, he might
That's
be.
where he's gonna get a
He
lot of
might
his
be
points.
the
There's
Julian
nothing downfield.
Edelman of this Cleveland Browns team.
Good comparison right there. I like the
And
analogy.
my second guy, we talked about him earlier, but hey, if you need an extra
Jameis.
quarterback, this guy looked like he can be a QB1 on your team. Famous Jameis,
Tuning
late
them eyeballs.
the eyes are
Got the-
fixed. 148 yards for 5 touchdowns, 6 rushes for 37 yards. All in all, 29.62 points for fantasy.
Nice.
That's very good. Anthony Schwartz, Jameis Winston, put in waiver claims for him right now. Guru, off to you.
I like Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah,
5 receptions
yes.
on 7 targets, 72 yards and a touchdown. He
That's
put up
your boy.
18.2
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, a lot of
All
people
right,
don't
and
like
I've had him in the past in leagues, and he's been a pretty decent pick. But on a different team now, he got rid of the Eagles. Those days are over.
Yeah.
Now, the other one with that banged up backfield in San Francisco, and I told you guys in the beginning, they got a lot to choose from in that backfield, and one of the cream always rises to the top, and I think it's going to be Elijah Mitchell. All right? He's ranked 15th right now in the whole league, and he's on the waiver wire. 19 attempts, 104 yards, and a touchdown. He put up 16.4. Watch this kid.
That's good. What team is he on again?
49ers.
49ers. I don't know. Most are injured.
Yeah, with
he's gonna-
Mostert injured as well.
Right, he's going to rise to the top because they had like about 5 running backs this year. So they had a big running back core, but their number one, Mostert, is out. I think this kid's going to rise up because all the other ones are competing. They want to get in that spot. I think this is going to be the guy.
I'm gonna see that. So going overall and what we had, the Guru, Nelson Aguilar, Elijah Mitchell, go check them out. Me, Anthony Schwartz, Jameis Winston, check them out. For John, Sammy Watkins, and Christian Kirk, check these guys out. All right, and we'll of course as the season goes on, we'll be giving you a little bit more there, and it'll be interesting to see how these players progress as the season continues. Because for all I know, Anthony Schwartz and Jameis Winston could shit the bed the rest of the year. Like it could fucking happen.
We're not fantasy professionals.
Exactly.
It
but-
could.
Yes,
Because
be
we're not
advised, we're not
Remember,
professionals.
and we're not the coaches here either.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
we're not.
So it's up to them to put them in and give them the chances.
Yes, don't do that. We put Corey Davis
Yeah.
on our bench last week.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us, guys.
I put Antonio Brown, Melvin Gordon on my bench. Don't
Yes,
listen.
we had Gronk on our bench for crying out loud.
All you guys know that play fantasy football, this is a love-hate time of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Your
We were
emotions are-
regretting our
up
decisions
and
in the
down.
first quarter of the first game.
These are the icebreakers with your fantasy.
But it's a
team.
long,
Yeah.
it's a long
Yeah.
fantasy season.
20 questions.
Because this year you got a 14-week season
Yeah, you do have a little bit of a
with
longer
the 3
season.
playoffs, so it's only week 1. Don't get too excited.
So with that being said, we're gonna as the week progresses, we're gonna have our best team of the week. John and I, we have the same one, so I'm gonna let the Guru start with his. After week 1, who was the best team and why, in your opinion?
Dallas Cowboys.
With the loss.
31-29. They almost pulled that game out. They lost by a field goal. Their
If
rushing.
their kicker, Greg
Yeah.
Zuerlein, you fucked up.
Greg Zuerlein, I'm just going to go there. How many points did you? I think the last time I
think it was like
counted,
6 or something.
He left-
6 or 7 points.
Yeah.
Oh, was that much? I thought he left out
Wait,
4.
he missed.
He missed
He
field
missed
goal?
PAT and 2 field goals. I
He
think.
missed
It was
2 field
7
goals?
points.
Yeah, he missed 2
Oh.
field goals. Yeah.
Okay, so there's 7 points right there. You could have beat the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
451 yards. They put up only 60 yards rushing. That's my only concern about this team. Zeke, okay, you were hot. You won your championship out of Ohio State. You got to get off your ass. All right, you got your money. Jerry finally paid your ass. You're not down in Punta Cana living it up anymore. You're on the football field. Let's see the real Ezekiel Elliott, man. You got to go. You're the one that's leading this backfield, but for that backfield to only rush for 60 yards combined, you got to do better than that. You were 11 carries, 33 yards. You're Ezekiel Elliott, and you're only averaging 3 yards a carry. Let's step it up, pal. You're better than that.
How does it make you feel that you just said that the Dallas Cowboys were the best team?
America's team.
The best team, I think they're the best team to play this week. I know you're not America's team. Okay, we all know that.
It's New England.
All right,
Come
Yes.
on now.
you're
Look at the red, white, and blue right here,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
You're the Dallas Cowboys. You're probably the most hated team. But yes, last week you played a great game and you almost won that game. Watch out.
So John and I, we can kind of converse about this. We have the Arizona Cardinals.
As much as I hate to say it, big Calamari hater. They played great.
Yeah,
They
they
played
did.
great. They played great.
Heading into that game, I didn't think
In
especially-
Tennessee, no less.
in
Yes.
Tennessee, a team
A
that
good of playoff team.
yes, a team that is very scrappy. They somehow always get it done. But looking at how their team played, I mean, well, first off, don't get me wrong, Kyler played well. The receiving core, Christian Kirk, DeAndre Hopkins, they all played well.
Chandler Jones.
The
Jones.
defense, for crying out loud.
We start.
I mean, Chandler
5
Jones,
sacks, 5.
5, and then you have 2 forced fumbles all before the fourth
5
quarter.
sacks.
Absolutely insane.
Yep,
Absolutely
that was a great
insane.
defensive performance.
Makes no sense. Buda Baker was going out. Isaiah Simmons. I mean,
With on the other sideline, Derrick Henry on the other sideline.
Julio Jones, AJ Brown.
Don't even say Tannehill. 'Cause
Tannehill, he was on my fantasy team last year. He
Tannehill?
He helped. But no, this is a team, for me at least, why I put them there is last year they had a lot of high expectations, especially after trading for D-Hop. And obviously Kyler Murray, people were saying, all right, he has to show up now. They started well. They phased out at the end. I think this is a phenomenal way to start your season, a 38-13 win against a team that, for the past 2 seasons, people have been saying is one of the best in the AFC, for crying out loud, which I don't think so. But
In their house, too, and you're blowing out by 25.
So I think,
Impressive.
and looking at the stat line real quick, I mean, Kyler Murray, 289 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. D-Hop, 83 yards, 8 targets, 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
This team, they look complete.
Yes.
They look complete. And against a playoff team, like I said, at Tennessee.
Yeah.
That first week and you're already complete like that, I think that's great. That's great.
No, yeah.
And that's the key in the NFL. The good teams win on the road. That's a great road win for that team, for the Cardinals.
Yes.
That is, if the Cardinals in an NFC West division, which is kind of already a little bit of a shit show, especially after seeing how they all perform, they're one of the only divisions. I think they are the only division to be all 1-0 after week 1. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out, but I think down the road, if you see the Cardinals with making a wild card slot, if Seahawks, Rams, or even 49ers win the division and they don't, look at this week 1 win as a big win for them. Because I think without this win, maybe their season doesn't start off with a good vibe or whatever. The house becomes a little bit weird. It's weird to say it, but Arizona Cardinals, you're my best team of the week.
They already play good at home, but you pick, like you say, you pick up a few of those road wins like that. That's
nice.
a big difference.
Yeah. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap up the show now with our week 2 picks to tell you guys how last week was not good for us one bit.
No.
It was not.
No positivity at all.
The Guru got beat up.
Put your hat on. The Guru
Guru
needs
got
some good
beat
luck.
Yeah,
So he is putting on the Guru's hat.
We're going to change our luck this week.
He's going for that good luck, ladies and gentlemen. To tell you guys the standings,
Let's go.
though,
I think this is why I got beat up. I didn't have the hat on.
and of course this is with the spread. I am standing alone in first place with a 7-9 record. Ugly. We're looking like the NFC fucking East out here, ladies and gentlemen. John 5-11, and the Guru 4-12.
I wish I went 7-9 for week 1.
I mean,
I would have
yes,
take that.
I think any of us would have taken that.
So with that being said, we are now I'm gonna say the game. We're gonna give off our picks, and we're gonna continue on. We'll start off with the Thursday night game coming up. We have the Giants 0-1 going up against the football team 0-1. Winner gets their first win. I have Giants plus 3.5.
I have the
Interesting.
opposite. I have very interesting, bold.
I think the quarterback issue in Washington will be interesting.
I have Washington minus 2.5. I have no problem with Tyler Heineke. Obviously, it hurts to not have Fitzmagic in, but Tyler Heineke in that wild card game against Tampa Bay,
He did well.
he did good.
He did well.
Good. And I think Washington at home with that defense, I don't see the Giants being able to stop that.
Guru?
This game scares me. And I'll tell you why. It is a quarterback situation in Washington.
It's weird.
However, I'm going to lay the 3.5. I think Washington's going to bounce out, start season 1-1.
Yeah.
Because the Giants, I don't have confidence in Danny Dimes.
It's a weird team.
But that receiving core scares me.
I will say it's a very weird team, the Giants. That's why taking the plus 3.5. All I'm going off of is that I could see Washington winning this game, but the Giants lose by like 2 or something like that.
It
maybe
could be a close game. That could be the difference.
But no, it's a weird team. Both are weird teams nonetheless. Which is weird to say that Washington's weird, because last week I was hyping them up, and I still have hope for them, which is weird because I feel like I should still hate them. But moving on, we have a battle of the AFC East teams. The Buffalo Bills trying to get their first wins against the undefeated Dolphins in Miami. It's a Bills bounce back week. They're going up against the Dolphins, who the Dolphins didn't look strong against the Patriots. I'm going Bills minus 3.5.
I also have Bills minus 3.5. I think Dolphins got that game handed to them by literally handed to him by Damon Harris. But I think Bills.
That was a good one.
Thank you. Bills were my mortal lock last week. Sadly, they lost. Did not cover. But like you said, Corbin, bounce back week. Bills minus 3.5.
Buffalo has won the last 7 of 8 meetings. Okay, 2 of those are by a margin of 3 points and 4 points. Now, Buffalo's got to bounce back from week 1 and be a better team. You're going into Miami on the road. You're laying the 3.5. I'm taking Buffalo. I think they're going to bounce back. I think they're going to cover the 3.5.
So there we are, all taking Buffalo minus 3.5. Let's dive into the next game. We have the undefeated Bengals, which is weird to say after week 1, going up against the Matt Nagy-led Chicago Bears. Salute to them. Bengals, I can't believe I'm saying this, plus 2.5. I'm taking it.
I really wanted to take Bengals. I like Joe Burrow. That win against the Vikings,
Huge.
solid win.
Huge.
Solid win. by them.
Huge.
But I'm going with the Bears. I just like Bears at their own dome. I love it. And not saying I love it. Take that back.
You prefer it right now.
Yeah, I
You
prefer it. And I'm really hoping that Justin Fields starts that game. He does. Everyone knows. They're winning that game if Justin Fields starts.
Oh, 100%. Guru?
Something's weird about this line. I don't know why. Going on the road, I get it. You're in Chicago. You're in Soldier Field. They're going to lay the points. I thought this might be. I mean, it's only 2.5. But you know what? I'm taking those 2.5 into Soldier Field. Go Joe Burrow. Let's do it. I'm taking the Bengals.
We're taking the Bengals. He's taking the Bears. Moving on to the next game, we have the Broncos going up against the Jags. I'm not even going to put a lot of words in this. Urban Meyer, don't eat a lot of cheeseburgers because that heart is going to get a little bit more tight. Broncos minus 6. Take it now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's
Broncos minus 6 as well. They looked strong last week against the Giants.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I've always showed love to Teddy Bridgewater. It's the effect. It's happening.
Giants didn't look good at all last week. Broncos minus 6.
Guru.
I'm with you guys. I've got the Broncos. I'll lay it.
There we go. We're all taking the Broncos. Shout out John Elway. Moving on, we have the Texans, led by a leaky lung Tyrod Taylor, going up against the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns looking to get their first win, looking strong last week. This line was set at 12.
That's it.
Browns minus 12. And I'm taking it, ladies and gentlemen. Tyrod, I'm sorry. I love you. It's not happening again. The Browns, they barely lost to the Chiefs last week. I'm taking the Browns. Browns are the best team in the AFC North. They are second best team in the AFC. There, I said it. Browns minus 12. Run with it.
The line scares me, minus 12.
It is scary.
I took it.
I took it.
But I think Browns at home. Texans won't be able to compete with them. I think Baker wants that first win at home, especially being. Were they home last week?
No, they were away.
They were at KC.
Yeah.
They played good.
They did. They played good. In a very
but
hostile environment.
KC does that though. They did in the playoffs all last year. Were down and came back. Look what they did against the Browns again.
Yeah.
Down, came back.
Guru.
This is a scary line. I don't like double-digit lines, but you know what? They're waving that plus 12 carrot. And the only thing I don't like is that I'd rather have it in Houston, but it's in Cleveland. But you know what? I don't want to do it. But the Guru's going to bite that carrot. Give me Houston. Give me the points. Damn it. Let's just keep it close. I don't think you're going to win, but keep it by 10, and we're good.
Moving on, we have the Los Angeles Rams off a strong performance against the Bears, going against the Indianapolis Colts. Not strong as well. Well, not strong. Rams, very strong. Rams minus 4. Easy. Give me.
Yeah, Colts, Carson Wentz, like I said.
Carson Wentz is going to get his ass eaten out by that defense.
Whoa.
Official ass-eating alert. I'm dropping it now, ladies and
My
gentlemen.
parents watch this.
Chow mein.
They actually don't.
I think Stafford's going to go in. And you're going to see a better performance that he did in week 1. I'll lay those minus 4 on them. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, Rams minus 4.
Okay, so now we have the Raiders of Las Vegas coming off a weird win in Monday night, but it happened against the Steelers. I'm taking Raiders plus 5.5, and this is my lock. Let me go back to my lock last
Fucking
week.
Sucker.
Let me go to my lock last week and how I explained it. It was Jets plus 5.5 against the Panthers. I said you have two teams They won't be playing that well against each other, and
Yeah.
it's going to be scruffy,
You know why he
and
got
the
that?
Jets are going to get
No.
it.
You know why he did that? Because Christian McCaffrey. He did the Todd Gurley. He was
did.
running. He was like, oh, we're winning already. I'm going to slide down. Good sportsman. You know what? Sorry, Mom. Fuck that. No. You get that touchdown. Man, you cost for that.
So I'm going with the 5.5 lock. I feel like the 5.5 might be my theme for the year. Let's go back to back, ladies and gentlemen. John, on to you.
You know, still think Steelers a little bit of fluke. I'm going to keep on saying it until they prove me
Yeah.
wrong again and again and again. I'm going to keep it saying all season. Steelers, you're a fluke. Raiders plus a 5.5.
Guru?
Last week I took Buffalo against the Steelers, but you know what? I ain't fucking falling for this fucking Vegas shit. This is a scary line, though. This plus 5.5. I like the performance on Monday night, but you know what? Give me Pittsburgh at home. I'm laying 5.5.
Moving on from that, we have one of the greatest Thanksgiving rematches of all time when the Patriots 37-0'd them in the first half. Mark Sanchez butt fumble. I have to show some love
Great.
for that game.
Hey, my favorite Thanksgiving. Give me honest.
We have Patriots going into MetLife. Patriots minus 5.5. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Take it.
Yeah. Pat should have won last week. Damian Harris, I forgive you. But Mac Jones looked good. I like that performance. He did pass.
He did pass
He did have that
behind
weird
him.
pass. I think he sneezed. I don't know. But Pat's minus 5.5. They look good.
Yeah,
and
they do
against
look very
Zach
good.
Wilson, bum. Sorry, Tony
Yeah.
Romo calling him. He's still in the next 5 years top 3 quarterback. Yeah, all right, Tony Romo. I love you, but terrible take.
The funny thing is, we are all sitting down right now. If Zach Wilson was here, he is like still standing
Yes.
up like right here against
and
me.
he went to BYU. You want some
Yeah.
caffeine, buddy? Oh
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, let's get lit tonight, guys. This isn't vodka. This is water. Fucking what the hell? Guru, on to you with the Pats Jets.
Yeah, if New England cannot go in New York and cover this 5.5, then Robert Kraft has got somebody paid off. Okay, I'm laying 5.5. Go Patriots.
Moving on from that, we have LASIK Jameis heading into the Panthers, then to go up against the Panthers. I don't know why I just resaid that. But Saints minus 3.5. LASIK Jameis, he is here. Like John Cena said, your time is up, my time is now. That's what he looked at Drew Brees and said.
Yeah.
My time is now. It's happening. Saints minus 3.5.
You know, I was gonna take this as my mortal lock, but I didn't. Saints minus 3.5. I think Saints are gonna destroy them.
Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Unless
it's going to be bloodbath.
that his eyes were just on for that day. Saints destroy them.
Yeah,
It's the Panthers.
We're gonna enforce Bounty Gate again. Let's go. Minus 3.5. I'll lay these, and this is my lock of the week.
Oh.
Go
There we go.
Saints.
There we go, ladies
You're on
and
a
gentlemen.
roll.
So moving on, next game, we have the Niners going up against the Eagles. Niners 3.5. Minus 3.5. I'm not talking about this as much.
You know what? I did have Niners 3.5. I'm changing it.
He's switching.
I'm going Eagles minus 2.5.
I'm gonna last minute switch.
Wait, Eagles plus 3.5,
Plus-
you mean?
Oh yes, I didn't.
You're getting plus 3 at home.
Yes.
3.5.
So-
yes.
so you're taking Eagles plus 3.5.
I didn't change it on here.
Okay.
My bad. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. Mistake
Remember,
by me.
You
Eagles.
can
yes.
change your pick, but you can't change the line.
No.
Yeah.
But no, Eagles plus 2.5. They look good against. I don't know if the Falcons are.
They're trash. They're trash.
We don't know that, but
Yeah, hope you didn't bite down
First
too
week,
hard
no.
where you broke a tooth, John, because
Yes.
you know what, it ain't happening. Give me the Niners.
oh, okay.
Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah. All right, moving on from that, we have, speaking of the Falcons, we have the Falcons going up against the Buccaneers. This line, 12.5. I'm taking it. Buccaneers minus 12.5. Tom Brady, he loves the Falcons. He loves screwing with them. If you follow him on Twitter and you see his annual
Hey, 28
weekly
to 30.
dub, if you looked on the back computer, the time of recording, it was 3:28. He's trolling them. He's going to fuck them again.
Taking
It's
it or
happening.
laying it.
Tom Brady does own the city of Atlanta.
He does.
But-
he owns Magic City Strip Club.
You know, he pretty much does. Oh, and so I actually took Falcons plus 1.5. I do not like that line. Like I did last week, I did not like the plus 8 against the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
like.
give you that.
I
That was
have
a good
Buccaneers
one.
winning, but I like Falcons. I think Falcons cover plus 1.5.
The Falcons are a different team this year. I get it. Julio Jones, they moved him. However, if you look back in history, these games have been tighter than this 12.5. These final scores. I'm
25
taking that
points.
12.5. Falcons, keep it close for me. I don't think you're going to win, but keep it close.
Moving on from that, we have the Vikings going up against the two-time now team of the week by us too, the Arizona Cardinals. I'm taking Cardinals minus 4.5. Vikings, they're not it. Never have been, never will be. And yeah.
Goodness.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cardinals -4.5. They look good, complete. Vikings.
Lot of holes.
I think you kind of choked that game away against the Bengals.
They did.
Yeah.
Here, might I say, a lot of holes, but you know where the biggest hole's at? Quarterback.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins.
Get him gone!
Minnesota, shout out to Tyler Conklin. Keep it up, buddy. You're a hard worker. You're doing great out there. However, every time I bet with Minnesota and I take them, I get fucked. All right? Give me the Cardinals at home.
Moving on, we have the Cowboys going up against the Chargers. An interesting line. I think we're all taking it. Give us that Cowboys plus
Cowboys,
2.5.
hey, let's ride. America's team. Asterisk next to it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Are we now Cowboys fans? Does this happen? Fuck no.
It's either that or we're walking into the biggest fucking gambling trap
Yeah.
in history. Because I don't understand this. But you know what? I'm taking those points.
I advise you, if your bookie texts you Sunday morning and says, hey, how you feel about that Cowboys-Chargers game? Block your bookie immediately, all right? He knows exactly what he's doing, or her. We respect all bookies, all right? This is a weird line, but that Cowboys plus 2.5, you got to do it there. You just got it.
And I don't understand it because I get you're going on the road, but what you just did on the road last week, that performance you put up there, and now they're throwing you 2.5 at you, take it.
Yeah.
You got to take it.
Moving on from that, we have Titans going up against Seattle with the 12th man in town. Titans plus 5.5. I think this is a line that is interesting to see. I think Titans have a little bit of a bounce back week, and I'm still going with my prediction for this year. I don't think the Seahawks, they're going to be good, but they're going to be that team to where they just float.
Oh, he's taking it.
I'm also taking the Titans plus 5.5. I agree.
a good one.
I think it's a bounce back week for them. See, you know,
I like that carrot.
for some reason, I don't know this. I feel like the Seahawks have trouble with the Titans. I don't know.
No,
Do
I
they not?
think...
I don't know. I don't know if this, but I feel like they do. It's a feeling.
Guru?
You guys done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Russell Wilson, I got you on my fantasy team. You usually guarantee 25 to 30 every week. Keep it up. I'll lay that 5.5 at home. You guys are nuts.
Moving on to the Sunday night game, though, we have the Chiefs going up against the Ravens. Last year, probably the most hyped up Monday Night Football game in like week 3. It was a shitter. Lamar Jackson, he laid an egg. I'm going with the Chiefs -4. I think the Ravens, they're injured. They're all injured. It's not looking well there. And the Chiefs, yeah, I can't wait to see Jackson Mahomes' TikToks after they win. That's all I got to say.
Yep. This is my lock. My moral lock.
Moral
Chiefs
lock?
-4. Ravens way too beat up. It's the Chiefs. Come on.
Yeah.
They're putting up points. They're going into Baltimore. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? Do you care?
I don't.
I don't care.
I don't.
They're beat up. They're nothing. Chiefs -4. Motor lock.
There's no way that Baltimore's going to keep this thing within a field goal. No way. Lay the 4. Chiefs on the road. And I got Tyreek Hill in my other fantasy.
Oh,
league.
he
So do
went
I.
off.
He carried
Straight
it.
up. Light it up.
37.1. Beautiful.
Light that shit up.
And then the Monday night game, potentially the biggest revenge, the biggest bounce back week out of all these teams.
Does Martha pay to get on Monday night or what? What the fuck is
Has
going on?
to. We got the Lions going up against Green Bay in Green Bay. And remind you guys, this is to all my Lions fans out there. Last time these two teams went up on Monday Night Football, it was a game that ended in a lot of controversy. Don't get me wrong, I will agree that the refs were they were on the Packers, they were on their meat a little bit. All right, the Lions got fucked over. But the amount of drives in that game that you guys had that ended in field goal, and you guys lost by a couple, and you guys were like, oh, the refs cheated us, Detroit versus everybody. Shut the hell up. It's not, the world isn't against you guys. You guys suck. You guys couldn't finish your drives. You guys settled for field goals, all right? You guys let Matt Prater carry you to a mediocre loss on a game you guys should have won. That's all I got to say. I feel like this game's going to end like that again. It's going to be some BS referee conundrum. Jared Goff is somehow just going to lay it on Green Bay for this game. And then my Twitter feed will just be riddled with, oh, the refs don't want us to win. And bring up that Cowboys play, please. I love to see it every time. Because guess what? It doesn't matter anymore. Packers -10.5, though. I didn't even say the line.
I think my best friend just said it all. Packers -10.5.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah.
If Green Bay loses this game, then the conspiracy theory is full on, okay? I know it's a double-digit line, but you're Green Bay and your Lambeau, you just got your ass smoked. You're not getting your ass fucking kicked again. Lay the 10.5. They're going to destroy the fucking Lions without Jeff Okuda.
So there are our picks, ladies and gentlemen. To recap our
As if
mortal
he made a
locks.
difference.
You guys both lost your mortal locks last week, correct?
Correct.
So if you guys want to make some money, listen to me. Take Raiders plus 5.5. If you want to make some money off John, Chiefs -4. If you want to make some money off the Guru, take Saints -3.5, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the episode. We'll be back, of course, for week 3 next week. Make sure you like and subscribe for more, as we will keep this going on for eternity. This show will last longer than we will. So before we leave, of course, final thoughts, Guru. What do you want to say before week 2 to any player out there, any team? What you got to say?
Well, I want to see Joe Burrow win another one.
Back to back?
Yeah.
Get it hot, keep it rolling. You know, we've seen you got Jamar Chase right there. He had a great game last week, and you got your boy from college. And you know what? And a lot of people say, well, you know, it might not work. No, that's your boy. That was your deep threat in college, and you know what? Them two are going to carry it into the NFL. I really like that. I think that they're a fun team to watch, and I think they're going to get a lot better.
John?
My message goes out to Aaron Rodgers. Let's not make me look bad from last episode, telling everyone you're going to be back-to-back MVPs to win the Super Bowl, completing your story. Let's get it going. You're going against a shitty-ass Detroit team right now.
But you impressed me golfing on TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
With you, Tom, and Phil.
Let's do this together.
My final thoughts of the week is the new quarterback in town for LA Rams, Matthew Stafford. I don't know if you guys knew.
On the meat.
No, listen here.
On the meat.
Listen here. I'm not on the meat. He played well. I'm giving out a fact that some people might not know. Did you guys know that Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw went to school together, and now they're playing in the same city? LA is championship town. Clippers are winning all next year.
Championship town.
Rams are winning it all this upcoming year. Dodgers are winning it all this upcoming
You heard of Boston?
October.
Hi, buddy.
I've heard
How's
of
your
Boston.
elbow? You want to
Oh,
go out
Boston.
for a pizza?
Boston?
Just the paint.
go out for a
Bruins were
pizza?
good. Bruins were very
Those
fucking
the
good.
Red Sox won. Red Sox.
Red
just
Sox
your
did beat the Dodgers.
Yeah.
They did beat the Dodgers.
Yeah, when they had Mookie Betts, we didn't steal them.
But I like Stafford in LA,
Yes.
and I wish him all the best luck, and I hope he has a great career with
Yes.
them.
So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen.
No hard feelings here.
We are the 5th quarter, and we are signing off until next week. Peace.
See ya.